Hey guys, Kevin Cage back with another daily cryptocurrency update. Welcome to the channel. Like and subscribe if you like what you see, and let's get right into the information today. One take and uncut to kick things off. Just wanted to say a shout out to one of my buddies, XRP People out of the UK. Was having a chat with him, so just wanted to say hello there and appreciate all the support. And basically to kick things off, we got Me Via XRP. So obviously guys, big news. Everyone wants to hear my thoughts on, Ripple either, doing an IPO and going public, and my thoughts about the Series C funding round. Guys, what I notice is sometimes when I upload a video during certain points of the day, it's, not getting the level of views, and other ones are doing great. But keep in mind, I have the cryptocurrency channel. You guys can check out and look for any videos you may have missed, because I do address that. So anyways, Ripple's valued at $10 billion, guys. Keep that in mind. They are private. There's so much going ahead. Basically, my take is that they could use this to go on another acquisition run, a full court press, as Brad Garlinghouse, CEO of Ripple, has said. Time will tell. Now, just for fun, let's kind of check out the other companies that are ahead of them. For now, this is speculation. I'm not saying Ripple would surpass them, but if they did succeed and Ripple was still able to have that much power and, influence and affluence, they, should not have an issue, because this is way beyond selling a product. This is fintech and managing all of the money. Granted, there's going to be other competitors, even if they do use ILP and other competitors utilize the XRP ledger in any way, even if they don't use XRP. I'm just saying there's plenty of money. There's going to be a bunch of fintechs. There's going to be a bunch of custody groups that arise from this transfer of wealth that is crypto assets. And I'm going to be starting to make that change, calling them crypto assets rather than currencies. Now, a reason that I do want to emphasize that is because I'm not sure about the future of privacy coins. I know there's a demand, but for me, I'm not looking to make money from privacy coins, because I just see it as a risk, especially if regulations come and just crush them. So anyways, let's just look at the top 10 companies really quick. So we got Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, of course, Alphabet, which, very few people realize they own Google, of course. We got Facebook, Alibaba, Tencent, JP Morgan, Johnson & Johnson, Visa, ICBC. We got all these groups, so no surprise. And I mean, nearing $1 trillion, is Apple, very close. So keep that in mind, guys. I mean, with XRP at certain valuations, if Ripple still held a huge amount, they'd be worth trillions. And yes, that is very possible. There's various metrics. This is not a stock. Get that out of your head. All right, next, what I found interesting, we got Fed payments improvement. Now, the Federal Reserve recently announced it will support same-day ACH payments with extended operating hours. So guys, keep in mind, RTGS, real-time gross settlement systems, are getting updated. We've, domestic systems are getting updated each and every day. They are looking for not only real-time payments, because that's not solving the problem at hand. They're looking for real-time settlement on the core ledgers of the central bank, whether that is in other countries via the ECB or, through Fedwire, ACH, with the Federal Reserve. We have all of these groups that need to update this infrastructure because it is archaic. So you're going to see more and more of this. This should be no surprise to you. I'm not saying it has to do with XRP, but I'm showing the demand for faster payments in real time. All right. Next up, XRP Crypto Wolf. So we got the ECB, the European Central Bank, could offer a digital token currency that would circulate in a decentralized way without a central ledger. Now, this is not speculation. The ECB actually just released this paper, as you can see here. I was reading the abstract in a little bit. So again, the European Central Bank Eurosystem, working paper series, the tiered CBDC, and the financial system. So, I mean, if you guys want to go through this, it's 42 pages. I usually just control find and look for, keywords. Again, referencing crypto assets, talking about the advantages and disadvantages of having some form of CBDC, a central bank digital currency. So as we can see here, let me see, I already read this earlier. I just kind of want to talk about. So there's a few arguments against it. The risk of structural disintermediation of banks and centralization of credit allocation process with the central bank. And then also the risk of facilitation systemic runs on banks in crisis situations, because they're afraid of, various bank runs. Okay. So, there's a good and bad thing, to every single side. We'll see what happens. But again, what I found interesting is, I think XRP Crypto Wolf points it out. So again, ECB could design a semi-anonymous DLT CBDC and provide proof of concept. And if we click here, just so you guys understand, like, what I'm referencing is, let me see here. Up here, whoops. So, I mean, you can right here, number 2, where my cursor is. The central bank could offer a digital token currency that would circulate in a decentralized way without a central ledger. This is distributed. This is a distributed system. We already know that, the XRP ledger is not necessarily a blockchain. It is, simply a very, very, innovative type of ledger solution. And with DLT, guys, this is what's being adopted. This is what's being, this is what is literally happening. And they still need this level playing field. We know that the BRICS countries, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, they've been buying gold in bulk the past several years. And another question that one gentleman I was talking to with, and he's probably watching this video, a lot smarter than I am, he was just saying, yes, but who are they buying gold from? Every time you have these huge players buying gold, is this gold just, circulating around? And, like for me, is it being laundered? Who are they actually purchasing it from when this is happening? So, guys, always continue to ask questions. I'm not going to pretend I have the answers, but there's big things happening. We got, the repo lending ending on 114 unless they do another extension. We have gold markets just getting ready to, pop off, whether that's silver or anything. Keep in mind, silver, guys. I personally think, not financial advice, that silver will be amazing and perform amazing, in the next few years because it is more volatile than gold. So when gold goes up, silver can go up even higher. It has a higher ROI. But there's the bad side is since it's more volatile, when gold drops, silver will tank even further. So keep that in mind, but that's just another option. Besides just, hedging in all cryptocurrencies, I prefer crypto assets, cryptocurrencies, digital assets, because they're easy to carry. I can travel with them. It doesn't matter. But, I don't want to lug a bunch of silver around. So just food for thought. And then Mickey B. Fresh, I love this guy. He's very, very smart. And he just says, interesting how all these central bank digital currency papers deliberately leave out any benefits to improving cross-border settlements. Keep in mind, domestic, sure. But with cross-border settlements, which is the real pain point in today's world, and with liquidity and interoperability, so all these groups and payment networks can actually interoperate, it's not acknowledged. And XRP is literally the only thing viable and available today. There's no other competition that I've even seen. They've talked about it. They've talked about Libra. But do you want to have a one world currency? Do you want to have a one world corporation currency? I don't think so. So again, they also fail to realize crypto assets can break up the functions of money. Cross-border is the biggest pain point. CBDCs sound like a solution in search of a problem, rather than having a problem and then finding that solution, which would be XRP updating this legacy system and using the XRP ledger rails. I mean, truly, they can use whatever, asset they want to on the XRP ledger, but it is the most scalable and the most secure, bar none. All right. And lastly, let's finish off with this. So Bob Moneybags just thought this was a funny tweet to share. So my coworkers that laugh about my little invisible coins and tokenized stocks are the same ones trying to explain that the employee stock payouts are behind and will take a few extra days to deposit my shares because they're still paying out. And not financial advice, guys. I think one of the biggest jokes today, back in the day, pensions, 401ks, absolutely doing great. But again, if you're young, there's better places to use your money, even if you're getting a 20-30% return, and that's what it appears, and you think your company's matching. Nah, I think 401ks are complete scams. I absolutely have one, but I kind of, wish I used some of that money in a smarter way. So again, guys, let me know your thoughts down below. If you have any speculation with, obviously, the ECB working on this, because we know that China could potentially be one of the biggest superpowers that launches their digital token, their central bank digital currency this year before anybody. There's talks about them and, Russia pegging it to gold as well. And then also, with FedWire doing all their testing, we got the Federal Reserve recently announcing these types of same-day payments. Are they just updating, on the front end and making it look prettier? Or are they addressing the settlement? Because we know Jay Clayton, SEC chairman, has already said that the infrastructure, the payment is already here. The plumbing is set to go, and they're simply waiting. They keep saying, it's going to take another, 2-3 years, but knowing the governments and how they operate, they tend to be ahead of the game and try to, they tend to surprise us. And I'm not saying this has to do with XRP. I absolutely hope it does. We don't need it to by any means. XRP will be fine with the solutions and, onboarding with on-demand liquidity. But at the same time, guys, there's just a lot happening. It is making me wonder, and I don't want to make you guys, get all excited and over-purchase. Don't. Sit on your hands, watch the market, decide for yourself. But if I were you, I would go through with, any extra cash that you're going to buy, dumb things with, and purchase some XRP to hedge your bet. Get out of fiat. And I mean, obviously you can hold some fiat, but metals and cryptocurrencies, because why not? Right now the stocks are at an all-time high, and that trend will reverse sooner or later. So again, guys, appreciate it. Like and share this video if you learned something, and I will see you in the next one.